Good morning, Geeks and Gamers. Welcome to this show.
It's Tuesday. Hello.
That was a great intro, man. I really brought the energy right there.
Welcome to this show.
Yeah, welcome to this show.
I thought the new guy was gonna be like the hype man. That's why I didn't say anything.
Man. What the fuck?
I had to sing to earn my place on daily. I had to freaking sing.
Ladies
for a year.
and gentlemen, prepare to have your pants blow. Oh wait,
no. That's ours.
Wrong show. My bad.
So what the fuck is going
Thursday.
on
Thursday.
here?
Prepare to have your pants blown off on Thursday.
I
Sorry, my
don't
bad.
know what's. This is not a good start. I was like, hey guys, let's have the high tea crew on here. Let's get some momentum. You know, we've got to talk about internet memes. We've got to talk about woke Hollywood, woke video games, and we've completely fucked this up.
Do you guys see the link? The leak.
What the fuck is that?
The leak of the canceled Spider-Man game, the multiverse, canceled
Dude,
Spider-Man.
we're doing the intros. What?
Why did my camera go?
And
like
you're
that?
all blurry.
There you go. It's fixed.
And I'm echoey.
Right,
I don't know what it is.
Well, what I think that you're mistaking it for what should have been the canceled Spider-Man game, which would be Spider-Man 2. That's what should have been.
No. It was the the
I
multiplayer version of that game. I knew what you were trying to do. I'm not going to let you get away with it. Okay? You're happy to talk about a game that I enjoy. Kind of. I'm doing this New Game Plus replay, and I have been tearing it to shreds when I can. I have been.
What about you, Jay?
Yeah, what about you, Jay?
I just play Sea of Thieves, man. That's it.
We played Fortnite last night. It was pretty good.
I was
Last
terrible.
night.
I was so tired. I couldn't I actually enjoyed. I didn't mind the new season so much. It's just like getting to know the stuff. I'm glad we got a couple wins before I left, but it was it's been a long night. So
I enjoy I have not played a lot of Fortnite lately, but I'm actually enjoying the new update. I like it. It's pretty good.
When are you guys gonna get the freaking Sea of Thieves? Sea of Thieves is the #1 pre-order game on Sony PlayStation, and nothing is even close. That's an older game that's just got a whole bunch of life just blown into it, and it's like a brand new release. People are excited. They're giving like a special download for PlayStations where you can become a pirate legend a lot quicker than people like what I had to do. So it's like it's gonna be awesome, man. I'm looking forward to like new because I play on mouse and keyboard and I'm not good. People are like, you should probably download the PlayStation version. You'll probably enjoy it a lot better. But I'm like, it's we'll see what happens. Like I'm looking forward to a lot of my other buddies are downloading the game too, so it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
We have breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. We have breaking news. Oh man, my computer's about to freeze up on me. My Chrome's about to crash. Yaira just hit 1 million. I was going to share that. So if you guys can pull that up, because my Chrome's about to crash on me. Because StreamYards is fucking dog shit. Okay.
Fucking
StreamYards is terrible. I really hate StreamYards. I can't do anything. I'm completely frozen up right now. Like I can't do anything.
Man, if only I've been telling you for the better part of over a year that StreamYards was hot garbage.
Here it is.
I think Jeremy froze up.
All right. So this is
he's gone. He's gone. Just me and you, Jay.
No, he didn't freeze up.
Yeah, he's gone. Look at him. Look at him. Gone.
Well, do we keep him frozen, chat, on the screen, or do we
take your screenshots now? Take your screenshots now, chat.
There we go.
There you go.
So this is what he wanted to share. That there it is.
Boom.
The
Congratulations,
Ripaverse,
man.
Another $1 million. This is the fastest. This was more people were excited for. They really were excited for this campaign. So, it is.
We were telling,
another $1 million book, which his goal was 300,000.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I told him last week on the main event, I'm like, this is probably going to be your best one, like your quickest one to 1 million. He's like, I hope so. I'm like if any one of them is going to, it's going to be Yaira. And I mean, well deserved. They just keep fucking killing it, man.
Even with that bizarre, some would say cringy, but low production comic book.
The live action trailer.
Live action trailer.
I liked it, man. I liked it. And we talked about this yesterday.
Yeah, I was like, it was exactly what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
For what it was, that they were putting in. So,
Yeah, for what it was, being a smaller studio, to me, it reminded me of the early days of the CW DC, like Arrow, early Flash. That's the vibe. That's the vibe I got. It looked like that. And I say that in a good way, because CW DC in the early days used to be good. That's the kind of vibe I got from that trailer. I liked it.
Yeah. Fuck StreamYards, by the way. God, I fucking hate it. But anyway, Yaira at $1 million. And yeah, I mean, great job to Ripa, his whole team, his whole crew. It's just it broke Isom's record for fastest campaign to $1 million. And yeah, in terms of the trailer, I think that's what you guys are talking about. And look, there's criticisms to be had about the trailer. I didn't love the accent. I thought it was a little jarring, for me. I thought the accent just kind of threw me out of it. But that's just, I was not expecting it at all. Right. But we're going to talk more about it tonight on Tuesday Night's Main Event for sure. But at the end of the day,
I thought it was kind of funny. It was exactly what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it's at the end of the day, like what they're doing with the Ripaverse is exactly what we need more of. We need more people out there doing things that are getting people excited. Like every time Ripaverse releases a comic, it's like a massive event. I think Ripa tweeted that out yesterday, but it's absolutely accurate. Like it's like an event, everybody gets excited, everybody gets hyped, and it's really fucking cool. And
it was kind of refreshing. It kind of like refreshed the Twitter news cycle, because for the past several days, it's just been about Hannah and about Tomboys and all that hate. And like finally yesterday, we got something new. It's like, oh, okay, we got Ripaverse news, like something new on Twitter.
Yeah. So this is such a retarded narrative out there. Finally, somebody's being critical. Like, I mean, I've bought so many fucking comics from indie creators, and I've never been asked to criticize any of them except for Isom. And when you tell me that I have to criticize something, like when I got Cyberfrog, I can't tell you how many times I held it up on camera going, I got Cyberfrog, guys. Ethan Van Sciver signed it. I've done that 1,000 fucking times. Nobody's ever asked me for my review of Cyberfrog. Nobody's ever asked me my review of the Anna's cover, the thing, the Vampirella or whatever, or Tug's book, or any of the books I've supported. Nobody's ever asked me for my opinion. But suddenly everybody's like, you gotta criticize it. It's like, dude, I never respond to demands from mobs. Not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. In fact, I'll do the exact opposite. If that's, I'll never be forced into anything. I've never done a fucking comic review on this fucking channel ever. Like, I literally have all the new G.I. Joe comics that I'm very much enjoying. It's not like I have a full fucking breakdown for all these G.I. Joe comics that I'm reading. I don't do comic reviews. I've never done that shit. So it's retarded. So, but at the end of the day, bottom line is $1 million in less than, is it right at 24 hours? Less than 24 hours? Insane, man. Insane. Great job from those guys, and great job to everybody out there that's supporting. It's good to see. And this is only the beginning. The Soska sisters, they've done a lot of indie projects and stuff like that over the years. And, the trailer, again, man, it's the fact that I didn't even know we were getting a live action trailer.
No, I didn't either.
I had no idea. I was expecting another animated trailer. I had no idea. I know everybody thinks like Ripa is all like talking to all of his friends about every movie he makes. I had no fucking idea about any of this. And so yeah, good stuff. Shout out to those guys. Really happy for them. I'm not happy for StreamYards, because hey, listen, StreamYards, fuck you, okay? Fuck your program. Fuck. I literally pay you a lot of money and it crashes all the time. If only somebody on this team would have actually said something. You know what I mean?
If only, man, from the very get-go. Calling out StreamYard.
I don't have any problems with it.
So let's see. Alien reviews. You criticize WB, but everything that comes from Ripa is gold. I literally just said that that I had problems with the trailer. You fucking retard. God.
The only thing about the trailer
but no,
that
I take it back.
Take it back. Was the dude's hair.
No. Perfect trailer. Literally perfect. I didn't see a flaw in it. Christopher Nolan couldn't put a trailer together of that level. Okay. Christopher Nolan couldn't put if that's what you want, I'll give you that. Okay. I'll give you that. If that's what you want. Am I delayed? Probably. I have no idea.
Testing. Can you hear this? Testing. Delayed.
Testing. Okay, anyway. Yeah. But we got to get to a few topics, and we got some super chats to get into. Am I delayed?
No, like not on my screen. What? Everybody looks fine to me.
No, Jeremy doesn't hear us until after like 2 seconds.
I hear you right now.
Okay. Then no, you're not delayed.
I thought you were talking about his like mouth.
All right, fuck off. Krista Nova's toenail clippings for $5.
That's crazy.
Oh, that's a deep cut right there, man.
Yeesh.
Hey, thanks for the 5.
Yeah, thanks for the 5 gifted memberships. Let's freaking go.
I'll let her know.
Tomoc for 20 says, sorry, Jay, can't get Sea of Thieves. Still waiting for Rise of the Ronin and Stellar Blade. So I got no space for the pirate game.
I respect. Yeah. It's not for everybody. I like. It's just a fun game to play with friends. So, but respect, man.
Tobias for 10 says, hey, Jeremy, have you seen the Ralph, how you say that? Bakshi, Lord of the Rings animated film, or really any of his movies, like Coonskin, American Pop, or Wizards? I would be surprised if you've seen Fritz the Cat. I have seen an animated Lord of the Rings film from a long time ago. I don't know if it's that one. There's an animated film that, I watched when I was really young, but I don't know if that's that one. So I don't know if that name is not familiar. I'm not familiar with the actual name. So, but I may have, but the names are just not jumping off at me. One thing that's obvious is Spider-Man 2 did fall off, says Sir Hat.
My gosh.
There you go.
Never played it.
Fell the fuck off. Right. My cum smells. Says, wow, the short bus crew is going to be a good one. Let's go.
Yeah, all depends on who's driving. That's the main thing. Who's driving the bus?
I heard Jay can drive a mean short bus.
He can. Listen, we got to talk about a very, very important issue that's been going on the internet these days. And the reason I'm going to bring this up first is because I saw people in the chat asking if we were going to talk about it. Beardo, Jay, I'm going to need your opinion. Okay, now. Tweet says, tomboys are not hot. I repeat, tomboys are not hot. Attraction to tomboys is homosexuality, and women shouldn't be working outside. What kind of man lets his woman work outside like a man? So this is Hannah Barron, and this tweet has kind of gotten ratioed just a little bit. Let's listen real quick.
I jumped up on this stack of bricks here that we got to send back. Because the block man didn't need them all, pretty tall. And when I jumped up, I had my sunglasses right here in this little overall pocket, and they fell down in one of the holes in the bricks and went all the way to the bottom. So Carolina might get a brand new pair of blue otters.
So, what do you guys think? Is that a manly woman right there?
I had the pleasure of meeting Hannah at 9 Line Apparel. So
of course. Jay has a story. Of course.
We talked about this on our high tea show yesterday. Yeah, and Jake posted a picture with her when we were both at 9 Line Apparel. So yeah, she's awesome. And all the girls up there, they all talk like this. They all go out hunting together. They all go out noodling. They all do all that. So yeah. No, she's amazing. Yep. She's amazing.
I'm about it, man.
Yeah, like that was her. The picture we were just showing, yes. That was her. That's like that story has gone so viral on Twitter. It's been absolutely insane watching.
It's kind of stupid.
It really is. And my theory on it was so the girl that initially shared the whole story, like she was on Timcast like about a month ago. And I feel like my theory is that I feel like she initially shared that first thing, trying to kind of get into the grift of like, like this, the how American women are being perceived by like libs of TikTok and things like that. And I think she thought she was getting on the grift, and it's completely backfired on her in the most glorious way possible. And now she's just doubling and tripling and quadrupling down. It's kind of like when Beardo has a bad take and he just doesn't back off. He just keeps going.
Well, it's weird because now they're saying that if you find this girl attractive, you're probably gay.
Yeah.
So, and it's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like you're really going to go that far now?
Yeah.
So,
come on.
Like, come on.
We talked about this yesterday. The people, the women, the one specific woman, she obviously feels some type of threatened or insecure about girls like Hannah because they don't have anything to offer other than their looks or what they think is feminine. Not every girl just wants to have pictures taken of them to put on a dress, to put on a pound of makeup every day, sit there and do nothing of value, and just sit there and look pretty while other girls can actually cook meals, can actually go out and hunt with you, hang out, maybe play backyard baseball or backyard football with you, with the buddies or with the family. You want to barbecue and grill with you, like actually do shit with you and not just sit there, cross their legs and have makeup put on and take pictures in dresses. Like that's what it seems to me. These people calling her out and saying that Tomboy is like, you gotta, like, her accent should be illegal. Like, could you imagine? Could you imagine if anyone, if it was reversed, if we were to say, because the girl was Lebanese, if we were to say that Lebanese accents should be illegal, or Australian accents should be illegal, British accents should be illegal, like Asian accents should be illegal, could you fucking imagine? But they're saying, oh, well, her country accent, girls should not be allowed to speak that way. It's fucking retarded, man.
It really is. I mean, dude, I'm from Alabama. Like, so like, that's just the norm. I don't know why, why anybody would have an issue with that. But look, man, you got to do what you got to do. You got to get in on the grift. So
I got to go back to like earlier when someone made the short bus comment. So here is me actually driving a short bus. This is what I did when I lived in Haiti. So that's Haiti right there. So we filled that with a bunch of driving to the airport, picking people up. So yeah, I literally drove a short bus for some time. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Of course.
In the worst country, one of the worst countries right now.
All right, we got to talk about Sweet Baby Inc. And I saw this going around. I haven't had so this right here apparently is from another so you have the one chick that everybody's referenced, the co-founder, and I guess this is another co-founder of Sweet Baby Inc. I don't know what platform that is. I don't know if that's that can't be Facebook, can it? Like where it says co-founder of Sweet Baby Inc. Maybe it's a Facebook group.
I have no idea.
Not sure.
Do they have their own Reddit page?
Yeah, this could be Reddit.
Okay. I'm not sure what LinkedIn is. That LinkedIn? Is that what that is? Okay.
Oh, maybe that
okay.
Could be it.
So has this been confirmed? Is this guy legit? Is this because I saw this story going around and it says, for the past 4 months, my company Sweet Baby Inc. has been targeted by far right harassment campaigns and conspiracy theories. That's the
first place they go. They receive any kind of criticism. Any kind of criticism. Oh, it's far right targeted harassment.
Yeah, it's so fucking ridiculous. This is a tough situation for my co-founder, Kim Belair, our entire team and our collaborators. More than the frustration caused by the harassment and the precautions we're putting in place as a result of that, the toughness comes from the fact that this entire campaign is based on misinformation. Misinformation is so wild and left field or right field, I guess. that's impossible to even engage with or combat it. These fucking people are fucking ridiculous. Now, we've got this story right here that popped up magically. Look at there. Why are Valve and Discord permitting harassment against Sweet Baby Inc.? And guess who wrote the article? This is the guy that wrote the article right here.
Brian. Come on, Brian.
Bryant.
Oh, Bryant.
Francis with the pronouns. He's got the pronouns in the bio. And the thing that's interesting, so he's got the same thing in his, profile and everything. We reached out to Valve and Discord for multiple times to ask how a group using their platform to target a company was within the bounds of their terms of service. No answer yet. Now, he's getting absolutely ratioed beyond belief. It's got 1,800 comments to 900 upvotes. He's getting crushed. And so the call went out, and that's not the only site that's doing it. I saw this one from Vera Dark. Shout out to her. So take this. An organization funded by Homeland Security has put out an article on Gamergate 2 where they talk about targeted harassment levied towards Sweet Baby Inc. Dude, this is insane. This is insane. Like, this is not going away. And I wonder what the bigger picture here with all of this is. I did not follow Gamergate. I wasn't around for Gamergate. Do you know anything about Gamergate, Beardo?
I know a little bit. I was talking with Craig about this last month. It has to do a lot with this one lady who was going out and
I know
targeting gamers. I know the gist, but I don't know the ins and outs of it.
I know the gist of it too, because of after the fact, I've learned up on it, but I've been labeled so many times that I was part of Gamergate. I've been every time I turn around, especially in the early days of the channel growing, they were just like, he's a Gamergator. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't know anything about it. Jay, you look very confused.
I have no idea. I listen, I started when I didn't expect to be here when I started a YouTube channel. I was just making fun of Star Wars. That's basically Drunk 3PO. Nothing special. Somehow I ended up here on Geeks and Gamers. I just kind of stumbled in, and and every time people bring up Gamergate, I have no idea what they're talking about.
Gamergate was again. So there's plenty of videos out there about it. I'm not going to pretend that I'm an expert on it. I mean, some people's entire lives revolve around it because that's what their claim to fame was. So they reference it all the time. I'm not going to name any names. My name Matt, but I'm not going to, but that's literally their existence. But I was talking to a couple people yesterday about it, and they were like, there's no way it's going to be Gamergate 2 and things like that. I'm like, I think it could be. I don't think, again, the whole thing about Sweet Baby Inc. is that this is a super, super, super small piece to a giant puzzle that's going on in the video game industry. And it's got layers to it. There's layers involved with this. So I don't think this is going away. I think this is not going away.
No, it won't, because they won't shut up about it. They're trying to cover their tracks. The people, that mod over there on Steam keeps growing. He's at what is it over there now? 265,000 people signed up and growing.
Yep.
People want to know if this company has touched anything that they want to play. Mm-hmm. And so it's not going to go anywhere. And if they keep talking and writing these dumb articles, thinking that's gonna, it just shows that they really think that people are stupid, so that they write these articles and people will be like, oh, okay, I guess that's what's going on here. All right, no problem. Mm-hmm. And, everybody will move on. But sadly, most people are not that stupid. So they see exactly what's going on here. And there's nothing they could do to kind of cover up the damage that they've done. I told Ryan yesterday, I do know that a lot of these consulting companies that come in and they get into, I don't know, controversy, I guess, they end up disbanding their company and rebranding it into something else. So same type of company, different name. They'll change how it looks and be like, we're the better one over here, even though, because apparently some of the people that were original with the original Gamergate, their names are starting to come up as part of this you know, being a part of this Sweet Baby this firm that they have there. Their name keeps coming up.
Sweet Baby Inc.
Yeah, and so it's interesting how, like, you know, birds of a feather all flock together. So they all are friends with one another, and they'll go off and they'll find something else. So
let me ask you this.
That's the thing that you have to watch, is that, like, these consulting firms. So
let me ask you quick questions. I saw some people make this reference because we talked about Bryant Francis. Bryant Francis, the guy that wrote the article. If Ryan gained about 50 pounds,
dude, I see people in the chat saying, "Look, it's Ryan's cousin." It's Ryan's cousin.
If Ryan gained like,
he's kind of pasty.
Oh no.
I think so.
Oh no.
I think if Ryan gained like, 50 pounds and put pronouns in his bio, this is what we get right there.
You have to trim up his beard a little bit. Yeah.
If Ryan decided in 2021 to get like the jab and several boosters, this would be him today. But what we have here with Sweet Baby Inc., with the games that they've worked on, it has progressively gotten worse. And it's almost like the classic case of the frog in the warm water and the boiling water. And with the Suicide Squad game, they turned the water up
frog
too hot.
In the warm water and boiling water?
Yeah. So it's like the frog. You put a frog in warm water and you gradually turn up the heat. The frog won't notice it, and it'll sit in the boiling water and die. But if you throw a frog into boiling water, it's going to jump out, right? So that's what Sweet Baby Inc.
Never heard that, Jay?
You never heard that, Jay?
I thought that was disproven. But no, continue.
What the fuck?
You had a good point and you derailed it.
No.
Anyways,
he
what happened here? What happened here was Sweet Baby Inc. Like, we were the frog, the gamers were the frog, and they were turning up the heat a little bit, and we were sitting there, and it didn't start off so bad. But with Suicide Squad, they turned up the heat a little bit, and the frog fucking jumped out of that fucking water, and now we're seeing all the fucking bullshit. Like, and that goes to the Steam blog or the Steam page with everybody, joining it. And now they're keeping an eye on it, man. And I think we're going to see some developers and we're going to see developers and publishers. They are now going to be frightened to hire or think that they should do Sweet Baby Inc. stuff. Because these video games, Beardos call me a fucking frog. Actually, Dan, that was your point that you made a few months ago about the Sweet Baby Inc. Dan was on top of it. These games are so advanced now that they take several fucking years to develop. So,
which I think is bad for the industry. Like the game budgets and like they're so out of control, because at the end of the day, all we really want is just a fun freaking video game. It's really all we want.
But they take so long to develop, so these developers thought that they were going to be on the right side of history. They thought they were doing the right thing. And, Rocksteady's been working on this game for a long fucking time, and they thought that they were doing the right thing, doing the whole woke agenda. And, the tides turned before they had time to release their game. And now going forward, we might still see a few games come out in the near future that have that woke bug in them. But you're going to see developers stay far away from Sweet Baby Inc. or companies like it. Or,
I'm going to push up against that and just say, I don't think so. I think that they will double down on stuff like this. Number one is because a lot of these developers don't go on Twitter and see what the nonsense is all about.
Money.
That there is but we've seen this.
Rocksteady, they're not playing it, dude.
We're just seeing. There could be one or two out there that'll be like, let's just move over here. But I just think that we're in this time and place that they don't pay attention to this noise that we pay attention to and watch. They're just like, they get this checklist. They're like, hey, make sure your game has this, 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 and this. And then these BlackRock companies will pay them a little extra money to push it out there and do all that stuff. And I think it's BlackRock, whatever it's called, and then they'll push that stuff out there, and it is what it is, and they'll move on to the next game.
But money,
and if it's a huge bomb, they'll come out and be like, yeah, that didn't work, we'll just move on to the next one. These companies, man, they don't sit around and just look at what's happening. They throw something out there and they're constantly working on the next one.
They are listening to it, because now we have dumbasses like what's his fucking face, Bryant, and other Twitter accounts that are screaming at the fact that there is a Steam page calling out the warning signs for Sweet Baby and their track record, like these games like this. So they are hearing the noise a little bit. And this game, the Suicide Squad game, was supposed to be a live service game. And they might not, like, they had a roadmap for the entire year. They might not make it the entire year because people aren't playing it. They aren't buying the season passes. They aren't buying the season.
Listen to what I'm telling you. We just had Deadspin just shut down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all these companies that push this woke stuff, they never let off the gas. They cruised until destruction. And they stayed on that road until everything was burning in flames. And they did not care. They saw the line graph going in the wrong direction. They saw the people calling them out. They saw the people complain. And they just hit the gas even harder. Right? To kind of like, they're like, oh, we just got to get over this hump. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. We'll get over it. And they just keep hitting the gas. You would think, like, for instance, you would think, and I don't want to take up a lot of time here. You would think that a company, let's just go to Lucasfilm of all things, that a company that in 2023, and I've said this a million times, who built that stupid hotel that was closed in a year, that put millions of dollars into a Willow series that was so bad that they took it off Disney Plus, that made Indiana Jones one of the most expensive movies of all time and bomb, right? That Mando Season 3 cost them hundreds of thousands of subscribers and turned Star Wars into a joke, that their High Republic series couldn't even sell 2,000 books. You would think after this, somebody would go, well, maybe we should change the way. No, now we got a Rey movie coming out. They just don't care. I'm just telling you, they hit the freaking gas and they just go. And they just think people like us who are complaining, who make these little things, we're just bumps in the road. They're like, we'll just get over this bump and we'll be fine. This is the right side of history. I look at the Oscars, it's like, these people just have, Trump has got them all screwed up. They think that they're on the right side of history. They think this pushback from all of us is just like, we can get through this and we'll be where we need to be. And they will crash and burn their company before they even change it. That's the crazy part of all of this.
So I agree with almost everything you said, but I will say the Oscars did dial it back this year in a massive way. And a ton of white people won awards. Okay.
Right.
But almost all white people. And they dialed back. Wait, they dialed back the political stuff until Trump made Jimmy Kimmel say his name.
Because they can't help themselves, Jeremy. That's what I'm saying.
I know. No, I agree with your overall point.
Have but after the Oscars, you have like Mark Ruffalo, like, let's make little hearts with our fingers so we can vote for women's rights. It's like they just can't help themselves. They might be like, hey, let's be a little quiet. We got to get our ratings back up.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, we're doing fine. And they can't help themselves. He literally had to take 2 minutes and read something from Donald Trump and say, you're going to jail.
You are absolutely right about Disney and Star Wars. Because that's
just one example of many.
Right. That is an infection within their company. The difference with Sweet Baby Inc., they are a narrative writing company that these game developers hire. They're an outside company that these developers bring in to overlook their narrative and dialogue within the game and then make changes or tell them
right.
That
and
they
what
need
I'm
to
saying
do this.
is
now
that
I think that these developers are going to stay away from hiring.
Right. What I'm telling you, Beardo,
probably specifically.
This is my prediction that Sweet Baby Inc. will dissolve and another consulting company will show up under the radar. No one will know about them, and they'll just do the exact same thing.
Very well.
That's exactly and they will just keep repeating this down. Then that's why there's games like Helldivers 2 that's just shattering. Like they can't even keep the servers up because people are like they can't. People want to play that game. It's crazy that I know not everyone's into it, but Sea of Thieves is like the #1 pre-ordered game on Sony PlayStation right now, and that game came out in 2016. How old is that game? And so it's like it's amazing, you know, that this is where we are. There's like nothing. I mean, of course, there's nothing new coming out on Sony PlayStation, so maybe that has a lot to do with it. But it's like we're going back to the old stuff. How excited are people to play the original Battlefront 2? Mm-hmm. You know, it's like that's just where we're going. So I don't know when these people will ever learn. I just know we've been talking about it for such a long time, and it's just like we've seen this repeat over and over. And I got to tell you, man. This might not be the right channel, but depending on how the election goes, we're gonna see it either swing one way or another. That's the honest truth.
I think we are in the right direction. Hopefully, I think this Steam thing.
I really hope
that there is a lot of noise, and they definitely do pay attention to it to some degree. They are paying attention to it because they're bitching about it. So hopefully, I think that we're making a dent. I really do.
I do too, but we made a lot of noise about Star Wars. We made a lot of noise about Marvel. We make a lot of noise about Disney. And yes, are we seeing like some of the changes? I don't know, man.
Yeah.
And other video games, and people are speaking up because they're buying games that aren't, like I said, Helldivers 2 and others. They're buying games that are not like all in this mess. So I agree with you. So maybe, you know, maybe we'll get to a different place, but there we are.
That face when Drunk 3PO says he doesn't want to take too much time, and he just keeps talking.
Oh, sorry. All right, you're right. You're right.
It was good points. It was great points. It was a great conversation, Jay. Views went up, okay? For the first time ever, when you started talking, viewers went up. So you did a good job. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
Jay's just like, fuck you. Let's see here. Let's see. Darth Racer says, what about the beautiful female athletes? One example is Abby Steiner, the famous American sprinter. She looks good in a dress. Thank you, Darth Racer. Gohan F22 says, more likely, let's see, more than likely with the way things are going with Disney, Peltz will be winning this war against Iger and all IPs.
Oh, man.
I see it going on a public domain for fans to use.
They are so afraid. I was telling Jeremy before that these people, and listen, I'm not here to discredit Beardo or anything. That's my dude, but it's just so this is why we work well together. So speaking of that, the vote Disney is happening, right? If you own stock, this is how I have never, and please correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. I have never seen a company so terrified of two people getting on the board than Bob Iger. Mm-hmm. They actually made this. This is the video that they made to try to warn people from voting for them. Now, Peltz and this other guy that they're talking about, they have said nothing negative about anybody, you know. But all right, let's just roll the videotape.
What's the harm of letting activist investor Nelson Peltz or Jay Rizzullo have a seat on Disney's board? The answer is simple. If they succeed, Disney could suffer the same fate as other great companies that Peltz has previously infiltrated, such as GE and DuPont. Nelson Peltz has a long history of attacking companies to the ultimate detriment.
That's amazing.
Crazy.
His quest also seems more about vanity than a belief in Disney. Why else would he sell 500,000 Disney shares over the past 6 months in the middle of his proxy fight? Plus, he has no media expertise and no experience in running a global entertainment company powered by creativity.
He said I have no media experience. I don't claim to have any.
And then there's Jay Rizzullo, a former Disney employee who was passed over for a promotion nearly a decade ago. He hasn't been employed since leaving Disney, and the last time he joined the board of a media company, the stock tanked. What's more, Peltz and Rizzullo have teamed up with another disgruntled former employee, Ike Perlmutter, who has...
Yeah, our boy! Make Marvel Mail again.
Has a well-documented grudge with Disney CEO Bob Iger. This sort of personal animus in the boardroom is more than disruptive, it can be destructive. Especially at this critical time when, despite all of these distractions, Bob Iger and his management team have engineered an ambitious plan to build Disney's future, positioning the company for a new era of sustained growth and value creation.
The last thing that we need right now is to be distracted in terms of our time, our energy by an activist.
This is amazing. This is like a full-on, like, political hit piece ad. I haven't seen this yet. I have not seen this. And all this does is makes me like all of these guys more. And this looks so pathetic.
First of all, if you're trying this hard to keep these people out, what the fuck do you have to hide? What the fuck do you have to hide in the first part? And then they're like, let's keep the people that we have been running the ship in charge, the people who have been running this into the fucking ground and losing us billions of dollars. Let's keep them in charge because they're going to do it. They're going to bring us back.
I love that this clip here is of Bob when the stocks had a spike, and they always have a spike after the earnings call. So then they bring him on so like he could have this picture, and that they don't
remember
bring
that
up anything
white
else,
list that they had. That they made the white list of who to vote on and who not.
But they're using like old stock footage that you can get from Canva to put in a video of like office meetings and guys with their with headaches and stuff. You want me to continue?
Yeah.
Activists. In fiscal 2024, they expect cash flow to exceed initial projections and have set a target of $3 billion in stock repurchases. The board also declared a cash dividend of 45 cents per share, an increase of 50% versus the last dividend paid.
I haven't seen that yet.
After a year of significant fixing that made way for a new era of building for growth, the Walt Disney Company has turned a corner and is focused on creating lasting long-term value. This value is reflected in the recent stock performance, improved operating income, as well as the strategic moves recently made by the company, such as the collaboration and equity stake in Epic Games, the upcoming release of Moana 2, Taylor Swift's The Eras Tour coming to Disney Plus, and more. The Disney board is always...
That is their big... Their shining moment is that they bought some stake in Epic Games. This is what Bob Iger has always done. He sees something that's successful and he just buys it, and then it gets ruined. It's like, oh, Star Wars is a cool brand. They're not doing anything. Well, let me buy it. Oh, Marvel's doing good. Let me buy it. Now look at us. Oh, this is that. Now, Moana's going to save Disney. Like, really? Like, Moana. Sorry, we're almost done.
He's open to good ideas from engaged shareholders, but a quick glance at Peltz's white paper will reveal a surprising number of questionable proposals that reinforce his clear lack of experience in media, not to mention a litany of factual misstatements and quite a few proposals that Disney is already implementing. Nelson Peltz and Jay Rizzullo threaten to jeopardize the incredible progress the company has made since Bob returned as CEO. At this critical moment, we simply cannot let that happen. The choice is clear. Vote Disney.
White proxy card.
The white list.
I can't believe how far they're going to try and spin this. I mean, it really does show that that is a desperation move right there. Like, that is bad. I see Mexican Iron Man. He says, the fact that Disney produced this video shows Iger is a sack of crap, scared beta biatch, and Disney is full of worried wokesters. 1000%. CJ says, I bought Disney shares back in the day after Jeremy's optimistic The Last Jedi trailer review.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, everybody's like, Jeremy, you gonna review the Yaira trailer? Like, did you see my review for The Last Jedi trailer? Don't think I got a great track record there, buddy. Yeah, that was awful. Like, that was all. I have not seen that. I've seen people talking about that, and Jay had mentioned like, hey, I want to bring this up today if we want to talk about it. Holy shit. That is propaganda beyond that. That looked like something that you would see like in a movie, like a political kind of stunt within a movie.
It's a smear
that
campaign.
looked like a parody, like that would be in The Boys.
Yes,
that would be in The Boys. That kind of parody, political kind of commercial, something like that.
The other thing is, it reeks of desperation.
Yep.
And the talking point is he has no experience with the media. What? If you run a good business and you have a good company, what does it matter if you're good with the media? Like, what does that even matter? Bob hasn't had that greatest time with media either. So,
amazing,
he comes out and he's like, why are those actors on strike? They're terrible people. And it's like, that didn't help anything.
Jeez.
But it's like, and how about fade in? Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job with the media there. It's crazy, man. It's crazy that's their go-to. It's like he's not going to be good in front of the camera. Come on, the media.
My goodness,
he's destroyed everything he touches, like Heinz ketchup.
Oh my goodness. It's just wild to me. But listen, we're gonna see how this all plays out, and of course, Elon Musk is he's involved by the standpoint of he was there with Nelson Peltz at that function or whatever, and then he had made that kind of sarcastic comment like, I'm just hanging out with friends looking for properties to buy up. And obviously Bob Iger hates Elon Musk. He can't stand him. Look, man, this is all comes down to the same things, the same song and dance. If you're going to push political propaganda within your company, you deserve to be criticized. Bob Iger has proven that he hates the properties that he buys. He does not have any respect for them. If you notice, like, all the things they were talking about are not properties that they own. It's properties that they've bought recently. Like, there's nothing about the Marvel Cinematic Universe. There's nothing about Lucasfilm. There's nothing about Pixar. There's nothing about Disney Animation Studios. It's all like this other stuff that, like, you have all of the stuff that you've purchased that you've ruined. You know what I mean? And now, like, you're talking about all the other things you're buying or you're getting involved in. And they love this Epic Games. They love talking about Epic Games at this point in time. Like, hey, guys, we're involved with Epic Games.
Well, it's like Locust. It's like they buy something, they consume it up, and they're like, well, this ain't helping us anymore. Let's move on to the next one.
They did show Mandalorian, which is...
They showed it, but they didn't put a reference on it.
And then when they were talking, they showed Deadpool 3, which is Fox that they just bought a few years ago.
Yeah, and I guarantee you when Deadpool comes out, and Deadpool's going to be a huge success. I guarantee you.
I don't think it's going to be as big as people are saying.
I think it's going to be.
Because the first two didn't hit $1 billion, and this one is all, like, the more I see about it, it's like it's all mixed in with Loki and this multiverse thing, and it's like normal people don't care about that stuff.
It's going to have the TVA little company from Loki, but it's going to be huge nostalgia film, kind of like the Spider-Man.
Yeah, with Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds being together, like I don't know, $1
Going
billion.
out on a limb and say I ain't gonna hit $1 billion.
You gonna give me a number though? Are we talking 700 million, 800 million? What are we talking?
Maybe 700.
I think it gets close.
I'm gonna say 900 million. I'm gonna say 900 million. Beardo.
Yeah, I think it gets close. 800 to 900 mil. I think.
What the fuck?
Close. Somewhere in there. 850. Fuck it. 850. You want a number? 850.
I'm going lower, man. 7. I just don't see. I just don't see it, man. I don't see the excitement. Like it should be there. I really don't see the international excitement for it.
You're not wrong.
Hugh Jackman because of Wolverine, but I don't. You go like. I loved. Maybe I'm in the minority. I like the first two Deadpools. I like the second one too. A lot of people didn't like the second one. I enjoyed it. The kid was kind of annoying, but I enjoyed it for what it was. And it couldn't reach, where it is. And what I'm afraid is going to happen is that they're going to have we're going to have the leaks. Like they'll be like, oh, Tom Cruise is going to be an Iron Man or something, and then that'll get certain people to come in and go see it. But if it's this multiverse thing that's confusing, people will wait. Because the box office has proven that people they'd rather wait because it'll be on Disney Plus in 2 months, 2 or 3 months. So it's like
multiverse thing that they're going to do in this movie. It's Deadpool. It's not going to be taken too seriously. It's all going to be for nostalgia.
You don't know that, man.
And I think it's Deadpool. It's Deadpool. That's the thing. It's going to be super fourth wall breaking. I think what's going to be the key to this movie being successful is how are they going to let this be Deadpool? How many F words is there going to be flying? How much blood and gore? How much limbs flying around? Like, is this going to be Logan and Deadpool? Or is this going to be Disney MCU? Like, that, I think, is what's going to hinder this movie.
They've already said that this movie is going to play a part in the bigger story, which is not what Deadpool is. Deadpool was always part of the universe, but its own standalone films. And he joked about it in Deadpool. He's like, these are the only X-Men I could afford. You know, he's in Professor X's wheelchair in one of the film. It's like one of those things, and so it was in the universe.
But that's also
never
because
really,
of the budget of the first.
It
Deadpool
never
movie.
bled into like the overall story. Now they're coming out and saying it's going to be part of the overall story, this multiverse thing, and they're going to use it to make corrections or add something to it. This could be a disaster, man.
I think
like
what they
it could
mean
be a
for
disaster
that with the overall, like it's going to be huge for the future, is because they're doing the Avengers Secret Wars, and they're gonna bring everybody fucking back for that movie. They're gonna bring the Tobey Maguire back, Hugh Jackman back again. They're like, we're gonna see a whole bunch of fucking cameos in this movie, and we already know some. We already know some, and I think that there's some that we don't even know.
I agree, but I'm nervous. I can't. I'm not gonna fall for it anymore.
I guess we'll see. That's going to be.
When does Avatar 3 come out? Dang it!
Nobody fucking cares. TGV Monster for 5 says Drinker and Gary on Piers Morgan. They made it to the big time. You mean Piers made it to the big time? Dude, I was laughing yesterday when I saw that. You got Gary sitting there with like superheroes like behind him on Piers Morgan. Yeah. I'm like, this is so weird. It was funny.
Shout out to them, man. Good for them.
It was awesome to see. It was awesome to see. Disco Cobra for 50. Oh, man, it looks like the Tate brothers got nabbed again. Sure, y'all already know about it. Why the heck can't they just leave them alone? Deadpool 3 will be one of the only successful movies this year, hoping the dynamic of Ryan and Hugh will be cool. Yeah, I saw the news about Andrew and Tristan Tate. Again, I don't know the specifics on it yet. So
I know a little bit about it.
Yeah, I mean, Andrew Tate's another thing. Like, there's so many people that like demand you have like a certain opinion of Andrew Tate, and it's like I like a lot of what Andrew Tate has to say. Do I think that there's a disingenuous part to him? Probably, but but they're clearly being thrown under the bus. No
what
doubt
I'd
about
seen
it.
is that this was something that in the UK that they were under investigation for like 12 years ago. They were cleared of it. They were found innocent, and then the government of UK was like, "Hey, you know what? Let's get them for it." Anyways, so that's what they got popped for.
I go back to like, I talked about Vince McMahon, and I'm like, you know what? If Vince McMahon was friends with the Clintons, you think he'd be in this position right now? But he's not. He's friends with Trump, and so that's the nonsense that I see with all these situations right here. Slyglass says, shout out to all the Ripaverse customers who paid extra on their comics to fund that Yaira trailer. Loved it. Sweet dreams chilled. Spiderclaw says, you brought Beardo on. Don't let him read any super chats. What's up, Jay?
Hey,
none.
What's up?
He's not going to read any. Not going to read any. And then we got David P, the queen of all Krista Simps, is MCU fan here. I thought a meme of MCU fan was here. Let's see. Tobias says, if the animated film had rotoscoped action scenes, the Nazgul looking like they came from a heavy metal album cover and ends where the Two Towers does, then you've probably seen that Lord of the Rings. I looked it up. That is the one. It's like a 1978 film. If that's the one we were talking about, that's the one that I have seen, but it was a long fucking time ago. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure says, I love how an indie trailer for a comic book is being compared to Disney's $102 million productions. Eric July is now the Black Walt Disney. Yeah, dude. Look, man, when you're the top guy in anything, you're gonna get it. He's gonna have to just sit there and roll with it because that's part of it. How many $1 million campaigns now? Is that like four in a row, 5 in a row, something like that? So
everyone he's done. Right?
Everyone he's done. So you're going to get criticized, and that's just part of it. Elsa Barrett says they made fun of Jay for riding the short bus, but joke's on them. Now he drives one. That's right. That is right. Let's see. Linko Kenobi, what up, Linko? Hey guys, I just saw that Ripa once again made $1 million in 24 hours. Way to go. Hail the 199.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Munti Gumo says, only worry when gaming journalists cancel Cabrutus. they can't cancel Cabrutus. Cabrutus is awesome. They can't hurt him. So no doubt about it. PK says greetings from Croatia. Their purpose is to move the Overton window regardless of what they destroy in the process. Well, thank you for watching from Croatia. That's amazing. We appreciate it. We got support everywhere, man. That's just amazing. Let's see. Dave Chandler says, tell us how much you're worried about Peltz, Rizzulo, Perlmutter without telling us how much you're worried about Peltz, Rizzulo, Perlmutter. Please keep it up. We're also concerned. Poor Disney. Yes, they get exactly what they deserve. Elite Neo says, hey, Jeremy, looks like Camelot will be in Pensacola on the 23rd for his ARCA race, 5 flags. We be in town that weekend, possibly lunch or dinner, group meetup at Flounders, depending on Cam's schedule. I will not be in town that weekend. I will be in Orlando that weekend. So unfortunately, will not be able to make that. Dave Chandler says X-Men Apocalypse total worldwide box office was just under 550 million with Wolverine in it briefly. X-Men Dark Phoenix was much worse with just over 250 million, no Wolverine. Jay might be right. Jay has never been right about box office ever.
I got Aquaman right.
Never happened.
5 Nights at Freddy.
It's never happened.
Every now and then I could pull one out of my sack. You know who's always right? Jeremy's favorite Community Notes. He loves Community Notes. Jeremy's a big fan of Community Notes. Right here, Slate says, it needs to be said, Sydney Sweeney's boobs are not that big. Community Notes. Yes, they are.
Man, look.
Come on, that's great.
It is funny. I don't like Community Notes, but that's funny as hell. Dude, like watching Community Notes just wreck people is pretty hilarious. But yeah, it's
see the one crypto guy just getting roasted by Community Notes and Barstool. The dude with the big nose.
Yes.
Dude's one ugly motherfucker.
He really is. Don't get me wrong, man. Community Notes are funny, but I would rather they just not exist. I'd rather they just not exist.
Hold on. I got to pull this back up. Hold on. I know we're getting near the end of the show. I definitely will say I should have saved this for the high tea, but this is too good. All right. Sydney Sweeney's boobs are not that big. First comment is the quartering. Have you tried putting them in your mouth? There's a hit a blocked reply. And here's the blocked reply. I see why the author is so jealous. That's the blocked reply or hidden reply. I just like laughing at this stuff, man. Oh, dude. It's just funny to me at this point.
Woo! All right, that's good. That's good right there. I respect it. I respect the hell out of that. Beardo, you want to get some Rumble rants? They're in the private chat.
Rumble rants. Let's go.
Gohan F22 says Sydney Sweeney as Black Cat. Sony, get on this shit now. Do it. Yeah, she's the star of the internet, man.
They just had her as
you know what's interesting?
Spider Girl.
You got Hannah Barron and Sydney Sweeney. What is the internet trying to tell us? That people like attractive women? Wow, what a concept. What a concept.
And look how they're trying to fight against it.
Yeah, what a wild concept that people like attractive women. So shocking.
B. Barrett for $2. I think Sydney Sweeney needs to be in more movies because whenever she's on screen, I can see myself in her.
That's pretty good.
Lord of the Ree for $2. This is a two-parter. So part 1, hail Geeks and Gamers. My cover of Free Fallin' just passed 1.5k views here on Rumble. You can check it out as well as all of my music, Long Walks Music on Rumble, YouTube, and Bandcamp. Part 2, Lord of the Ree, Part 2, Long Walks Music is Long Walks Music, it's adequate, and unlike Dan Vask, it's not gay. I'm coming for you, Dan. All right. And then Lord of the Ree with another 2 says, Yaira, please step on me.
There we go.
Shout out.
Arngiganton says LTJ ice cream. Bubba Beardo was my best friend. Look at that, Jay.
Thank you. How do you like my new room?
CJR says, I like how it takes 2 people to replace one Ryan.
Dude. Ryan's irreplaceable.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Lofty Beardo says, RIP Jeremy. Orange says, that's just Jeremy's resting gump face. Shadow Sand says, I'll see you figs in the Battlefront collection. Alabama Santa says, happy belated birthday, Jeremy. Did you get my gift I sent you in the toilets? Wow. Beardo did. Sophie says, always been a tomboy. Glad tomboys are making a comeback. It was being appropriated by the non-binary mafia. Hail tomboys 199. Lofty Beardo says, the Return of the Jedi is better than Return of the King.
What is that picture? They just took some orange stuff and put it over your head. You're not even smiling.
I reject. This is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. It should never fucking happen. That's the thing.
Whatever. Oh, that's Lofty's hair, says Steph. Okay.
Yeah, fuck that fucking twink. Vault 95 Survivor for $2. I keep refreshing this. Refreshing this morning. The hour broke 1 million literally at 24 hours, just in time for Geeks and Gamers Daily. Excited to watch 998,000 at 10:58 a.m. and 1 million at 11 a.m. on the refresh. Shout out. Thank you for the $2. B. Barrett for another $2. Jeremy, do you remember that video that went viral where a lady housed a Haitian immigrant and called her a personal chef?
Yes.
Recent news makes you wonder what ingredients were used.
Yes, I do remember that one.
Lord of the Reef
because of the cannibalism going on in Haiti right now.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I spent 3+ years in that country, and I could do a whole YouTube channel just on those stories. It was wild. That's a crazy country.
Lord of the Reef for $2. Love the energy, Jeremy, and you're 100% right. Telling me I had to do something pretty much guarantees that I'll do the opposite. Never apologize and hold the line. 199 hashtag free the re.
Hold the line 199.
B Barrett for
go ahead.
B Barrett for another $2. Jeremy, is that Alabama chick your cousin? If so, you should ask her out.
Unfortunately, she's not, but if she was, I definitely would. The Exalted Patriarch, who, again, you had a $50 super chat the other day that came in at the end of Daily, brother, and we didn't get to it. I was going to try to read it on CobraCast, but you were never in the chat. So I just want you to know that I did not, I felt so bad that we didn't get that one last time. So thank you for another 50. It says, hey, my inwards took my kid to see Dune 2 see the... Do you not get it, Jay?
I just got it. I was just like, what? Did I miss something?
Somebody said it on the Star Griff the other day. Star Wars Theory had no idea. He's like, I have a black dog and I named him Inward, and Theory just didn't get it. He just didn't get it at all.
Glorious.
Took my kid to see Dune.
That is glorious.
To see the awe in his face and mesmerized by the effects was priceless. He then surprised me by saying the movie had nothing to do with the book, but he loved it. I raised a lore purist. Hail fatherhood! Hail fatherhood! Hail to you, brother. Appreciate that. Yeah,
did you get this one? Because I think some lady's flirting with me in the chat. What are you doing there, huh?
Uh-oh.
Don't send me to a shelter. I'm open to it. You want to adopt me? I have a nice yard and plenty of food and cuddles. Okay. All the way in the UK? All right. I'm just saying.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, by the way, it's Dune 2. I want to see Dune Part 2 again. I haven't seen it a second time, but I did enjoy it. I like the first one more. And I think that's the unpopular opinion, but I did think it was...
think so.
I think so. I think most people like Dune 2 more than Part 1. They're both good, but I thought 1 was I
like Part 1 better.
I had a terrible movie
if Beardo liked Part 1 better, I'm gonna change my opinion. Fuck that.
All right, Pepe Payne for $2 over on Rumble. I think the issue is as long as people give things attention, good or bad, the chaos will continue. Insanity is doing and watching the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Much love. Pepe Payne for another $1. Nostalgia will sell. Laugh my ass off. Really? Star Wars, Little Mermaid, Toy Story, Blade? Shall I continue? Come on, man. It's the MCU. Like, I don't know.
Shout out Pepe Payne.
We saw with No Way Home. No Way Home. You had a little bit of nostalgia in that, and that movie went crazy.
Mm-hmm. But it was good nostalgia.
But the movie was good.
It was good.
Yeah,
well, the second half was good.
Yeah. The first half was kind of mad, but the second half was really freaking good. Linko Kanoe for 20 says, hey, guys, listen, I know that Battlefront will come out Friday. Unfortunately, I won't be able to play with you guys until next month because, let's see, my bid change. So hope to play with you guys Wednesday or Thursday. Hail the 199. Yeah, everybody's looking forward to it. I can't believe it's not crossplay. That's so disappointing. It's so disappointing that it's not crossplay. The hell are they doing? What the hell are they doing?
What are we doing?
All right, Jay, 40 Fortnite says, hi, Jay. Badger Boy says, remember, these are the people who think gender is based on how you act and what you wear, regardless if you have a literal penis. 40 Fortnite says, and remember, Jay, the one chick ate Lebanon. Beer's secret illiterate racism. Jay is the token white guy on heels and gamers. Sir Hat says, GG2 can't happen anymore because the journo power has been absolutely destroyed since then. If anything, they'll drive the last nail in their coffin. Spikefish Network says that's why we need to push on the studios and tell them as long as you allow this crap into your games, we ain't buying. SBI is a symptom. Chris Benoit says, I can finally tell the truth about what happened to my wife and kid. It was cringe. Cringe ended them. They watched the Yaira trailer. Oof. Chris Benoit in the house. Beardo secret illiterate racism. I side with Jay. These these companies are all about agenda over money. Get that 50 that just came in, Beardo. Hurry up, Beardo. Hurry up.
Dave Chandler for a 50. Is Dune's success an indication that the film epic could make a comeback? For the longest time, I thought Lord of the Rings was a once-in-a-lifetime event, a series of films that were near impossible to make and somehow were made near perfection.
Well,
for 50.
The Lord of the Rings movies are perfection. I don't care what Beardo says.
What the fuck?
You're fucking perfect. They're the best films ever made.
They're fantastic. I never said that they weren't.
Films
I never said that. I never said they weren't. I never said they weren't.
You kind of did. You gave like Return of the King like a 9.3.245.
I don't remember if that was it. I don't remember if that was it.
Jay doesn't like Return of the King.
No, I don't like it at all. I freaking love it.
That's a pretty good save.
You
do make fun of the Gandalf scene, though.
Gandalf?
Too, man. That's the only thing.
I love all of them, man. I love all of them.
They are the best movies ever made, though. They are. So is Dune's success an indication of the film's epic could make a comeback? For the longest time, I thought Lord of the Rings was once a lifetime event, a series of films that were near impossible to make and somehow were made near perfection. Yeah, I mean, well, I think that like if you look at the first Dune, like it really wasn't that successful. Like it did good. It did enough to get the sequel. You know what I mean? But it's this film. I think that the Dunes 2 success has a lot to do with how much people love the first one. And now we're building up to this event nature. The third one could hit mega numbers. Especially if I don't know if they're going to call it Dune Messiah, but I think they should. Isn't the third one going to be like isn't that leading right into the book with Messiah? I think that's what I've heard.
The second book. Yeah.
So it's the second book. Is that what it is? Dune Messiah, the second book?
Yeah, I believe part 1 and part 2 was the first book. So yeah, Dune part 3 would be the start of a second book. So it's like, yeah, are they going to call it Dune part 3? Or are they going to, make it known that, okay, now we're into the second book. Is this going to be Dune part 3 Messiah or Dune 3 Messiah? I don't know. But I think they should make that distinction.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, looking at the box office mojo, Dune 2 is only made $370,000.
1,000?
Yeah.
1,000?
Only 300? You think it'll make it to a million?
$370 million.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
They cut off the other 3. My bad.
Dune 2's made less than Yaira 24.
My bad.
Dude,
I wish
I wish if I would, when I asked if it was going to make $1 million, you're like, I don't know if it can make $1 million.
I was behind a 3
box
numbers.
office expert drunk 3PO right there.
I've
guys.
been right before.
When is Deadpool 3? Is that this summer?
Yeah.
This summer, like June or July?
I always got to end the stream on a banger. There you go.
Let's see. Munti Gumo for 50.
Says,
all you need to know is there are 2 sexes, 0 genders, and infinite personalities. Look at there. We still got a lot of super chats to go, by the way.
Really?
Callum says Wizards of the Coast is in bed with Sweet Baby. And does it worry you that games will go down like comics, or is there too much money at stake? Indie gaming is too big. So the indie gaming is actually really like massive, and I don't think enough people understand it. And it's one thing I want to start doing on our website is to try to highlight more indie games, because people just don't understand how big indie games are. By the way, on that note, if you have not made an account on geeksgamers.com, obviously we are in the process of retooling and reworking the website, but I would highly advise you, if you have not made an account over there, everything will carry over with whatever changes we're going to make into the site. But yeah, definitely go over there and create yourself an account. It's free. So, and yeah, I think that the indie gaming space is way too big for games to go into that situation. The Angry Badger says Jay is right. They always double down ESG money. Gohan says just support indie creators and fan-made projects. Callum says also, why do they want to be poor and broke? Is that a new thing now, or do they just want to see everything burn? Lord Botha says game companies are more likely to avoid a woke failure at a movie studio can be weathered. One woke failure can kill a game company. That is 1000% accurate. Chris Bolt says, I'm with Jay. The leftist legion is more important than profit. Sir Hat says, I was here during the epic J rant. The Under Armour Gamer says, D-Day Fig Bro 199, 278 months. Let's fucking go. 278 or 28?
What?
Either way, I'll take it. Tobias says, is that weird mindset of we're encountering resistance? We must be doing the right thing. We're the good guys and ignore the upcoming stuff. Callum says, Rings of Power is another example. And there seems to be a trend throwing shade of creators that have passed like Tolkien and DBZ author. What the fuck? Yeah, that's just social media, man. I mean, it's crazy. Thermy Wormy says, Beardo, the devs agree with Sweet Baby. Steve Finch says,
at one point they did.
Financial companies like BlackRock will fund studio failures in order to, in their words, force behaviors. It's not over. Jay is right. Al says, completely agree with Jay. BlackRock is backing these companies. Their CEO said they're going to continue to try and change culture. They won't stop. Let's see.
BlackRock also owns a lot of Bitcoin.
How do you say that?
Les Chevalier Duelist.
I completely agree with Jay, unfortunately. Wow, this has been my best daily yet.
I don't know about that.
Pretty good on my end.
Shakara says, will there be a new G&G house? Sad with family apart. Well, it's more about families like connecting again. So like, obviously Steph, she's moving back, and then I'm gonna be back in Pensacola. But everything's good, it's just we're not doing the content house style per se, but everybody's taken care of. Don't worry about that. But it's about positioning us to continue to grow with our streams, our website, and things like that. So it's been a hell of a run, though, for sure here. A Money Wilson says, we are in what is called Gamergate 2 because they learned so well from Gamergate. Wait, they only doubled down. Gamers are always right. SBC says, what's Bob thinking? He's afraid. Let's see. We got that one. Tobias says, damn it, Epic, make Unreal Tournament 4 already. Joe says, I'm currently playing Contra Operation Galuga. I want to play it. I think it came out. Oh, it is. It just came out today. It's a great throwback to the old school Contra games. Check it out. I will be purchasing that as soon as the stream ends. Gohan says, public domain will be the only way to save them, period. Fans will undo the damage done. Caligros says, hail and good morning. Got laid off. Game designer, 14 plus years and low-key musician. Spinning up the next big thing. Fight the good fight, gents. Wow. Sorry to hear that, man. Damn. Game designer, 14 plus years.
Wow.
Damn. He says, this is an election year. They're releasing the bad because they can jump on the racist audience gambit. It's already bought and paid for. Giants fan says, StreamYards has made the best Jeremy. Frozen Jeremy. Less figgy than Man Bun Vask. Lock it in. There we go. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's see. Seiko's Memory says, I bet that Jay's cell contact list is 90% hot chicks. Barbecue Pit says, y'all leave the homie Beardo alone or catch me outside. German N-words with attitude. Damn it, Beardo started that one. Experiment 626 says, please God, never let me hear Jay mention his sack again. Thoughts with Fitness with Nigel. Jeremy, never doubt your support. You're watched in Lebanon, the UK, Ireland, and that's just members of my family. My wife loves you. Look at that, man. I'll never understand how many people watch us and support us for various reasons. It's pretty crazy. And, just lucky we have the celebrity like Jay here to hang out with us.
I don't even know what I'm doing here.
Gary on Pierce Morgan. Dan Bask is so screwed. Hail the 199. Dan was always screwed. He fucked this up. Filthy Casual says, that was me. I spelled inward like Edward. Yeah, dude. Theory had no idea. Theory's just like... Benjamin with the 999. Thank you. Garfield's Bizarre Adventures 1 million in 24 hours. Let's get some crybaby chicken emojis in the chat. People, Jeremy needs more super chat money. Well, I could always use super chat money. I definitely can. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of chickens in the chat. Maybe dogs in the chat. I don't know. Either way, be okay. Kelhun says, someone is salty. Aragorn had the best sword work ever. Yeah, Beardo hates Lord of the Rings. It's weird. I don't get it.
I never said that.
I know, I'm just fucking with you.
I never said that.
All right, and we are here at the end. Do you guys like having Jay and Beardo on, like on daily?
No. People always think, why is Jay on everything here?
We're like, Beardo's retarded.
It's like, why is Jay hosting Mario Kart? So maybe.
They like us here so that they can make fun of us.
The mystery says, honestly, was wishing that the house would come with more local gaming, couch gaming. Yeah, we only did a little bit of that. It's like that's the whole thing about like we just kind of continued to do more of what we did, with like streaming and panel streams and stuff like that, and it worked out really well for us. It's been a great year, but so yeah, that's kind of what went into the decision as well. But trust me, a lot of good is on the way.
A lot of good.
Oh no, it took us into a great direction to where we are actually working on things that are even bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So
yep, and of course, dude, yesterday, like with Yaira hitting 1 million in 24 hours, and then Gary and Drinker on Piers, it's dude, there's a lot of good shit going on, man, and yeah, and Beardo actually didn't fuck up our Fortnite stream last night, so that's good. Yeah.
Agreed.
Jay is my favorite retard. That's really nice.
I love it.
But make sure, if you have not, you can go over to Meta PCs, and if you're interested in anything over there, you can use the promo code 199 and get you a discount on Meta PCs. We appreciate Meta PCs. They are awesome. They support us, so we try to support them. So again, if you guys are interested, go over there, check that out. Use the promo code 199. We got Tuesday night's main event tonight, so it should be a fun one. It's going to be a lot to talk about. So, we'll have some fun there. Tobias next says, you guys inspired me to make Red Fox Talks. So I'm always grateful to Geeks and Gamers in the 199. Well, thank you, Tobias. Appreciate that. I love seeing you guys out there create new stuff. Make your own channels, get your stuff rolling.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to call Ryan about the Dune bucket.
Oh shit. Let's see here. Let's see.
But it was Thomas here.
I know, but I did tell him I was going to do this. So
someone clip it. Ask him if it's still got some butter on it.
Hello.
Hey, buddy. We're live on Geeks and Gamers Daily. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Hey, I was just curious. Can I borrow your Dune popcorn bucket?
Oh, it's already been used and abused. To be honest, it needs to get one of those surgeries to tighten up again. That's probably what it needs because You know, it's been a rough couple days, a little lonely couple days. So I just kind of went to Pound Town on the thing.
All right. Well, listen, I'm pretty sure after I'm done with it, it'll be like you throwing a hot dog down a hallway after I'm done with it, because I'll widen that thing out big time. So we'll see. All right, later, man. I got a super chat. I had to call you for that.
Really
one, so.
went in the direction I didn't
really
expect.
that got really gay.
No, what I'm saying is I'll widen that thing out so when he gets it back, it'll be like him throwing a hot dog down a hallway.
You ever seen that episode of Blue Mountain State where they all share the same pocket pussy? The entire football team gets syphilis.
Listen, this is what happens. Great conversation, guys. Great conversation, guys.
It's funny.
Anyway, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Why do people watch us?
I don't know. I think the same thing.
This show stinks.
We'll see you guys tonight.
Oh, man. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later. Bye, everyone.
He's doing it again. He's keeping me on the screen for